Don't forget to check out the website, guys. Be sure to buy yourself some of my awesome merch to rock up to the car boots in. And also check out the helpful guides and blog posts. Hi guys, it's Adam and welcome to another video. So in today's whole video we are going to do the continuation of the books from hopefully the last video you saw, if I obviously upload them in the right order. So yeah, we've got the book job lot today. This obviously cost me, as I mentioned last time, £10 plus commission, and hopefully with the stuff that I showed you last time, that should more than cover the cost of it and get me into profit. So hopefully all of this lot is just more and more profit really on top of the job lot. So with that being said, we will get on with it. Quite a few books to share with you today. So what I've done is I've grouped them up where possible in sort of some of the lots that I'm thinking of obviously selling them in. And then that obviously maybe condenses it down a little bit so then I'm not rambling on for over half an hour or something like that. So with that being said, we will get on with the first item. So first item is this The Wonderful Book of Soldiers. You can see it's quite an old book. I don't know quite how old, but it's probably antique, to be honest, this book, and it is very, very worse for wear. Basically the cover, you can see there, it's just completely come off. The spines basically come away, so it is unfortunately in really, really poor condition. Now one of these books on auction has gone for £7 plus postage, but I believe that was in much better condition than this one, so I'm not really sure what to do with this one, whether to put it I don't know, whether just to put it on, I suppose, at like 10 quid with offers enabled, and then if someone gives me a low offer I might accept it anyway. But I don't know, because it is really, really beat up, this one. It is such a shame because it looks like it'll be a really interesting book. Obviously people can still read it and stuff, but you know, it is in very, very poor condition. I'm just going to see inside if there's like a date or anything. I just want to see, I wonder what the age is, you know. Just interested to see if I can find the age anywhere, but no, there's no age on there, so I don't know. But yeah, anyway, interesting book. If it was in better condition, I'd probably go higher than that. I'd probably, if it was in really good condition, I'd probably go like 20 quid or something. But it is a shame about the condition, but that's that one there anyway. So next, very quickly, we just have a random Giles annual that was in there. I think these were like Daily Express. Were they Daily Express? Done with the Daily Express, yeah. Sunday Express and Daily Express. I've had a few of these Giles annuals before. I don't know whether I've shown them on a haul video, but I have picked these up from the auction before, and yeah, they do okay in lots. Like you can get 20 to 30 quid, something like that, in a decent sized lot, but just on their own they're hardly worth doing. Some of them are worth doing, don't get me wrong, there's a few of them that are actually worth doing individually, but most of them, especially the later ones like this one, aren't worth doing on their own, or at least in my opinion they're not. So yeah, I'm just gonna wait till I've got more of those, because at some point I'll probably end up picking up more of them, and then I can just shove that in one of those bundles. So next we've got some, I think these are like theatre programmes and stuff like that. We've got The Lion in Winter. Now some of these might be worth selling individually for like a tenner or something. Hopefully some of them are anyway, because I've sold some of these bigger like programmes and stuff before for around a tenner. This is The Taming of the Shrew. I've not looked some of these up. I've looked up most of the stuff today, but I've just not looked these up. Taming of the Shrew there. We've got Show Souvenir Dave Clock. I don't know what this Show Souvenir that, I don't know, I'm guessing maybe Show Souvenir is the name of the show, I'm not sure. We've got Battle of Britain there. Again, I don't know whether this is a program or maybe this is just a book actually. And then we've got Shirley Bassey, something to do with Shirley Bassey there. That might be worth selling individually. If any of them are a tenner, which I'm assuming, or if I feel like maybe I could get a tenner out of some of them, then I will list them individually. If not, they can just either go in a bundle if I've got anything else to bundle them with, or they can just go in a car boot pile and get me a quid back or something at a car boot if ever I do one. So yeah, that's those there anyway. So next we've got a cool couple of cool bits actually here. So we've got these couple of John Wayne magazines. Now I've looked on eBay, on Complete and Sold, and on Listed, and I can't really find many of these. There are a few on there. There was also, I think it was these ones that had, there was like a job lot on there of a few of these magazines and then a few other John Wayne themed stuff, and I think it sold for like 15 quid plus post or something, not a lot, but then there's a few of these magazines on different editions to these ones, and I think earlier editions too, that have kind of gone for like 10. I think there's about 10 quid one went for, I think about 8 quid one went for, and then maybe there was another one a little bit higher than that. But I don't really know, it didn't give me much of an indication what I was looking at as what I should price these two at, because these are, I don't know whether they're really late editions, but you can see they're number 62 and number 60 or something. So yeah, I'm thinking of doing these as a bundle, maybe charge like 10 quid for the both of them, maybe a little bit more, but it was a bit annoying on Solds because it wasn't really giving me much information or much of an indication of what to price these at. But I don't think they're worth mega money. I probably will just run a few other little searches on eBay just to make sure that they aren't worth like really good money, but I don't think these particular two are. But they're cool items, cool little comics here. So yeah, I don't know what the age of them are, but I'm guessing like 50s, 60s. They look 50s, 60s anyway. Got that definite style to them. So yeah, that's those two there. And then we've got another couple of comics here, again like sort of western cowboy comics, probably similar era, maybe a little bit later these ones, I'm not too sure, but we've got Roy Rogers and the Trigger, number 77 and number 79. Again, similar story on Complete and Sold with these. Couldn't really see much information, any information really. There is certain ones on there, but some of them, obviously a lot of them were different magazines to these, different issues. I think there was one, I think it was that one there, or was it this one? No, it might have been that one there that was actually listed over in America for like 10 quid or something, or the equivalent. So, I'm thinking on the two of them, maybe like £10 to £15 again, plus my postage as a little bundle, number 77 and number 79. It's a pity that they're not like consecutive, like number 77, number 78, but I still think it'll be worth just doing them in a bundle rather than individually. So yeah, I'm going to do that with those two, and of course those two there. But pretty cool items anyway. I've not seen these before, these types of comics, or I've not had them before anyway, so that'd be pretty cool to sell them. Next, we've got this third edition of Winston S. Churchill by Martin Gilbert. Now, there has been this exact book, but with a white cover, but I'm pretty sure it's the exact same volume and everything, it's just got a different layout to the cover, and that's gone for like 13 quid. So what I'm going to do is, I'm either going to put this on auction, just because there's some other ones on there from which is the same book but again a different cover that have gone for a little bit more money. So I don't know whether I'm going to put this on at auction, maybe starting price of like $4.99, maybe $9.99, and then just let it run kind of thing, because it doesn't really owe me anything anyway. Whatever I get for it, I'll be happy with. But that way, I'm not going to be underselling it. Like if I put it on for 13 quid and it goes quite quickly, whereas if I put it on auction, it might get bid up a little bit more. I might do that. I might be tempted to do that, because I was looking at Sold and I was just unsure, because I couldn't see this exact purple edition on there, and I really don't want to kind of shoot myself in the foot and just put it on for a little bit lower than I could actually get for it. But we'll see on that one anyway, but that's that one there. Another couple of books I couldn't seem to find on eBay anywhere after running a couple of searches. I might do a few more different searches to see if I could find them, but just doing a quick bit of research for this video, I couldn't seem to find them. We've got The New Adventures of the Three Musketeers, little comic book type thing, I don't know, yeah, it's like a comic book. And then this little Air Stories, again, like magazine or comic book or something, I'm not sure. Oh no, it's kind of like a book, but it's like a paper book. But yeah, so that's those two. I don't know on price with those. They might not even be worth listing individually, I'm not sure though. This one is kind of pretty beat up. You can see it's been taped down the spine there. So yeah, that's those two there. We've got a couple of, I think these are more older edition of Enid Blyton books. We've got The Shadow Sheepdog. That seems to go for around the 10 quid, so I'm pretty happy with that one. Although it has got, these have got quite a bit of wear to the covers and stuff. I am thinking of not selling this one individually though, and just bundling bundling these two up and maybe bundling them up for 15 quid or so. I think I've seen that one go for about a £5, so it's not as good as this one. So maybe bundle them up for like 15 quid, something like that. But I was quite intrigued by these because obviously I'd not seen this cover of Enid Blyton books before, because there's loads of different covers of Enid Blyton books, like loads of different style covers, and I know certain ones will be worth a little bit more money, so I thought maybe these did have a little bit of value in, so it was nice to see I could get some money out of them anyway, so hopefully about 15 quid on those plus my postage. Another Winston Churchill book, The War Crisis 1911 to 1918, Winston S. Churchill. I think it was this, yeah, it was this one that I saw on Complete and Sold had gone for like 16 quid, I think one had gone for 17 quid. So I'm going to go for around 15 quid plus post, maybe a little bit more, maybe 20 quid free post or something like that. But I'll shoot for around that similar price that someone had got on sold. But yeah, I thought there might be some money in that, but to be honest, I didn't know whether it would be 16 or 17 quid. I thought maybe like 10 quid plus post, but so yeah, quite nice, or nice little surprise that it was worth a little bit more than I was thinking. So yeah, that's that one there, World Crisis 1911 to 1918. So pretty cool. May as well do the other two Winston Churchill books now. It would have been really good if I could got, oh, that's got some like, I don't know whether that red's meant to be, no, I don't think that red's meant to be on there, because the other side doesn't have red on, so yeah, that's a bit of a shame on there, but it was a real shame that I couldn't get, I think there was 6 volumes of these books. We've got volume 1 here, Winston Churchill, the Second World War, and then this is volume 2, the Second World War. It's great that I've got volume 1 and 2 and not like volume 1 and 5, because I can do a bundle of these still. However, I think, as I say, I think there was 6 volumes of these, and someone's either, I don't know if they had them listed or whether they were sold now, I can't remember quite, but anyway, someone had either had them listed or they had either sold for the 6 volumes at like 55 quid, so even if they hadn't have sold for that, like, they would probably be 30 or 40 quid for the 6 volumes, so yeah, it was a bit of a shame I've not got the 6 volumes for these, but even for the 2 volumes, I think I'm going to put the 2 volumes on at like $14.99, something like that, $12.99, $14.99 plus the postage, and I'll be more than happy with that, because at this point, this job lot has done pretty well for me, you know, obviously, in terms of sales value, in terms of what I'm listing stuff at, and I'm quite confident that a lot of the stuff will actually sell at around about the price I'm quoting. Obviously, sometimes they have to come down slightly, so yeah, pretty happy with this job lot overall anyway, so yeah, probably put these on around the $12.99, something like that, maybe a little bit more for those 2 volumes there. Also got another few bits of Winston Churchill stuff. Obviously the person who this lot belonged to must have been like a real fan of like Winston Churchill and that sort of era, Second World War, that sort of stuff, because there's a lot of Winston Churchill stuff in this. Obviously we had all those Winston Churchill papers in the last video, so yeah, I'm thinking of doing like a little bundle with this stuff. I don't think, well, maybe 1 or 2 of these items might be worth selling individually, but I think I'll just do it in a bundle anyway. So we've got Winston Churchill, Man of Destiny there, just a little book, like a little leaflet type book there. We've got National Geographic from August 1965, a little book, like, I think it's like a tribute kind of thing, a little tribute edition there. We've got this Winston Churchill, this might be a tribute thing, a memorial tribute, yeah, a little magazine. This might be worth selling individually actually, but I'm thinking I might just, as I say, just do these all together. And then we've got a Sunday Times little colour section on Winston Churchill, although I don't know whether this is missing a few pages. It feels a bit light, and also some of the pages seem to be a bit loose in there, so I'm not sure about that one. But yeah, I'm thinking I'll probably just do them as a bundle. Not quite sure what I'm going to get. Probably not a lot more than like 15 or 20 quid, you know, it'd be around that I would imagine, but I will have to double check it just to see, because if there's one of those items in there that's worth a little bit more, I might not do it as a bundle, I might separate it out and stuff, but we'll see on those. So we've got a few more programs here, a few smaller ones. We've got The Bachelor's Show, we've got Robinson Crusoe, we've got Fiddler on the Roof. Now, a lot of these things aren't really going to be coming in at like a tenner, which is where I like to be. So I'm thinking to myself, you know what, I'll bundle a lot of these up. I'll just probably do one bundle of all of these, like 6 of them, and then hopefully someone will have that in a bundle, because I don't really want to be listing these for like $2.99, $4.99 and stuff. So yeah, I'll probably do that with those. Hopefully someone will pick them off. Don't quite know what I'm going to go at, maybe like $14.99, something like that on the bundle. And yeah, that's those, just some programs. Programs are always a bit annoying because for me, who obviously only does £10 items, when you get a lot of programs, a lot of the programs are like $2.99, $4.99, $6.99, and I just don't want to be listing them at that, but I don't want to not list them either, so can kind of be in a bit of an annoying circumstance with some of these programs and stuff. But I kind of do bundles, and some bundles do sell. Other bundles, it can be a bit hit or miss, because sometimes you can't get like a nice bundle of programs that all go together. Like this one isn't particularly like the best bundle that all goes together and stuff, so it can be a little bit of a harder sell doing that. So yeah, it's kind of one of those, like, sometimes I think to myself, well, why don't I just kind of put these in a car boot pile, obviously, because I've got a lot of money out of the job lot anyway, I could put these in a car boot pile. When I go down the car boot, I can sell these for £1 a piece, and I'm much happier doing that and leaving on my eBay store all the other items that I know I'm comfortably getting £10, £15, £20 and up on. So yeah, you know, I might consider doing that in the future. I might even do that with these, because sometimes, you know, some bundles just don't work out, and you don't necessarily want to just put things on your eBay store over a tenner just for the sake of bundling things up just to get over a tenner, you know, if you're not sure whether they're going to sell particularly. So yeah, it might be something to consider for me in the future, to actually go down that route. Or as some people have said in the comments and stuff, which I haven't actually done yet, is like just send some stuff back to the auction house, like in job lots, and do it that way, and maybe get a little bit of money out of them that way. So that's always an option as well. But that's those anyway. Next, we've got this World War II special. I've not researched this. This might actually be worth, or maybe I did type it in, I'm not sure. Maybe I typed it in, but I couldn't find anything. I can't remember now, though, because it was yesterday, day before, that I did some research on these. All are yesterday's World War II special. Might be worth selling individually for a tenner, something like that. Might be worth whacking on for a tenner, that. It's a nice, I don't know, it's kind of like a magazine, I suppose. It's kind of like in between a magazine and a book, really. But yeah, so that's that one there anyway. Might be worth selling individually. Now, I've got a nice little bundle here that kind of goes together, sort of. They're like, I think... Yeah, they're like, I think all of these are programs. Don't know whether this one's like kind of a book, actually. I'm not sure, like a pamphlet type thing or a leaflet type thing. 10 Commandments, these are all like Bible related, Christianity related kind of thing. The Greatest Story Ever Told here. And then we've got the Dino Deal, I can't even say that. The Dino De Laurentiis, I don't know, production of the Bible. So yeah, I'm probably going to bundle these up, probably about £15 plus postage. It seems like a nice bundle. I've not researched any of these individually. I wouldn't imagine, you know, they're going to be a lot individually anyway, so I thought I'd just bundle them up because they're a nice little sort of themed bundle. Yeah, and I'll do that with those, so that's those ones there anyway. And then finally, we've got something that I've kind of had before a little bit. I've had a few of these scrapbooky type things, and this is where people obviously, scrapbook, you know, basically have these books, and then they do snippings of newspapers and stuff, and also in some of these, like, you get postcards and leaflets from various different, like, informational leaflets from various different places. But I don't know whether this is exactly scrapbooking or whether it's just like newspaper cuttings and stuff, but I suppose that's a form of scrapbooking, isn't it, really? But yeah, so you've got to be careful with these, because not that, you know, you're not allowed to sell them or anything, but you've got to be careful on what you're doing with price with these, because you can very easily shoot yourself in the foot, because some of these scrapbooking things can go for good money. You know, so I've got 3 of these here. I'm going to have to do a bit of looking into to see if, like, you know, some of the cuttings are quite interesting and stuff. And then I'll probably end up bundling up the 3. But it's really anyone's guess on price. You know, I'm sure someone would pay some good money for 3 of these full of various different newspaper clippings from various different dates. I don't know, I'm just going to quickly go through and just have a look. It looks like a lot of these cuttings are pretty old. Like, I don't know, early to mid 20th century, something like that. It looks around that, I would say. These ones look, actually this one looks even older. Oh no, the date's just been cut off, but this looks like a really old newspaper actually. Saturday, and then I think it says May, and then the date's cut off. So that's a bit of a shame, because I would have liked to know the date on that, but yeah. It looks like actually they might even be, some of the papers might, like that one, might even be older than what I've just said. But yeah, really, really interesting actually. You can see in there loads of different cuttings. So yeah, I'm gonna have to be careful and do a bit more research on price. I know that certain like scrapbook and stuff can go for like 50-60 quid. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do a bit more research into this, because I don't know on price, but I can tell you now there's probably gonna be some decent money in this, especially for 3, you know, 3 books full here. So yeah, there should be some good money in this, but I'm not gonna say like an exact price, because I'd only be guessing. I've not really dealt with this stuff too much. I have had a few bits in the past, but I don't want to just speculate on a price and just say, yeah, this is the exact price I'm going to get, because I just don't know. But yeah, anyway, interesting items those, and probably the highlight of the job lot, I would say, or one of the highlights of the job lot anyway. So yeah, pretty happy with those, and that is everything for that book job lot. So that was £10 plus commission, as I mentioned. Pretty happy with what I got. I wasn't sure how much money I was necessarily going to get out of this job lot. I knew it was worth going on for a tenner plus commission, but I wasn't too confident on like how much money I was going to get out of it. But yeah, it seems like I've done pretty well out of this. From what I've seen, from what I've gone through, from what I've looked at on complete and sold, I think I've done fairly well. So yeah, that was pretty good, that job lot. I will do another haul video with another job lot from the same auction haul, probably coming at you next time, or maybe the time after if there's a sales update coming out before it. So yeah, be sure to stick around for that. I don't know what I've got left. I think I've got a few boxes of ceramics and stuff, so it may mainly be ceramics. There might be one more box of like newspapers and stuff, so I might do them, or like books or something like that, I think there is. But other than that, I can't think what else there is. I know I've got a big, massive box of ceramics that is actually like all different lots that I've kind of thrown into one box for when I was taking it home. So yeah, I don't know how. I suppose I'll just have to show you that one rather than actually saying this lot cost me X amount, because I really wouldn't know on that one. But yeah, anyway, I will do another haul video very soon. If you did like the video, then please do give it a like down below. If you haven't already, then please do consider subscribing to the channel for more content like this. And yeah, what else do I normally say? I always forget now, don't I? I always forget my little piece at the end. It's terrible. Don't forget, if you got any comments, questions, or queries, drop them down below. That's the thing I wanted to say, and I will see you in the next one, guys. So I will see you very soon.